up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Friday, July 26th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. the second best baby blues in San Francisco, a.k.a. the exhausted one at Tim Geddes.
Let him host.
How
It's
you
going
doing?
around, baby.
You struggling? You on the struggle
It's all
bus
good,
here?
though. I got 2 shows today.
Yeah.
2 more to close out the week.
This
Strong.
one?
And then
then-
Screencast, the review of Once Upon a Time in ... Hollywood.
Which you saw last night, which I'm
did.
sure didn't
A lot of us saw
contributed
last
to
night.
your sleepiness.
Oh my
It's
God.
a
Yeah.
late movie, long movie.
I mean, your guys' showtime was exactly at the same time, right? At 8? Because
8.
we saw it
Yeah.
at different theaters. So we got out of the theater like a little after 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got back home at like 11:30.
yeah.
Yeah.
You were running on fumes yesterday, all hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the hangover stopped after I left work. I had like a second winter. I was like, all right.
Cool.
Hangover
Well, like-
3.
Yeah.
But
Just as bad.
I
Don't
did
forget
go
we have
home.
a Patreon Q&A today too, so you got 3
yeah.
shows. There you go. Yeah, bring it on.
I did go home and take a kind of like resty kind of nap situation though, so I feel like that's what
Before
helped.
the movie?
Yeah.
That'll help, yeah. Or it can crush. There's nothing worse than you take the nap thinking it's going to help and you wake up even more tired and grumpy.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
No, I was really worried of like, oh, I'm running on fumes going into this almost 3-hour movie, and
Yeah.
then after that little rest, I was like, no, I feel good. Let's go.
But Greg, do we have some video game news to get my blood pumping?
Of course we do. Let's talk about the surprise Doom drops, one less reason to hate Epic Games, and more. Because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show. Patreon.com/kindafunnygames. You can give us questions, comments, concerns, bad screen names, not PSN names anymore. Shuhei doesn't hate us anymore, and I miss it. I didn't think I'd miss it, but it became part of my life, and now I miss it. And everything else under the video game sun. Then tune in to watch us record the show live, twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. If you're watching live, you have a special job. Go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong. Tell us what we screw up as we screw it up, so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindafunnygames, roosterteeth.com, and listening on podcast services around the globe. Housekeeping for you. Is that thing happening tomorrow? With on our channels, that's new. We're gonna do.
Andy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he said it was gonna happen to me in the car yesterday, but I had to
it's
talk to
happening.
you about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Just tomorrow.
Yeah, just a thing we're doing tomorrow. We're doing
Yeah.
it tomorrow. Just a thing. Just
Yeah.
a drop, right?
Yeah. Just like a Doom drop.
youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Just like tomorrow. youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Something special for you.
What?
That's all
What
we're gonna
is
say.
it? Tell
That's
me,
all we're gonna
Greg.
say.
Yeah.
It's not like a big deal. Don't like make a big deal about it. But like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
Saturday
definitely
content.
not a big deal.
Saturday content for you. Why not try it out? You know what I mean? Put it on. See if you like it. If not, return it. Pooping them. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Colton Yoder, Blackjack, and Mohammed. Today we're brought to you by Brooklinen and Experian, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report.
What was the story there?
Time for some news.
Like in your head, was it shoes that you bought?
4 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
You bought shoes? You're going to return them and then poop in them? But what was the order? Was it shoes? Can we clarify that?
I thought I said pants.
Oh, okay.
And then return them, but you would have already pooped in them. So you're returning soiled pants.
I missed the pants part.
Maybe I didn't say
I
it.
don't know that you did. I think you just said, like, buy it, return it, poop in it.
Play it back, people.
Hey, you know what? I don't give a shit. It's Friday. Fuck off, everybody. I got a cool new wing shirt.
Yeah.
Number 1 on the Roper Report. We have some surprise Doom drops for you. Matt Perslow's got the story from IGN. The original 3 Doom games are now available on Nintendo Switch, marking the 25th anniversary of the influential first-person shooter classic. Greg's reading ahead real quick because these are on PSN 2. The problem was that here I'll give you the rundown before I even get into the story from IGN. All of a sudden, out of the blue, while we were asleep, I guess, or way late last night, over on the Nintendo UK store, guess what happens? Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3 all pop up on having pages.
Doom 3, that's cool.
People write in like, brrr.
Not good, but cool.
They write in, brrr, hey, it's all happening. These articles get posted. As soon as the articles can get up, it's taken down. So people then put up the story, hey, it's QuakeCon this weekend. Are they about to drop them? There's a big Doom thing after the keynote today. Who knows? And then as I put that in there, I was like, hey, maybe this is going to happen. It actually happened. But then I know it's on PlayStation as well because that's where I grab my prices. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's now available on Nintendo Switch and PS4. The original 1993, a game which went on to practically define the FPS genre, is available on Switch and comes with the Thy Flesh Consumed expansion, as well as local 4-player co-op and deathmatch modes. This is all $4.99, and this is a PlayStation price. I assume it's the same on Nintendo, and this is US price. Doom 2 is also available, once again featuring 4-player, multiplayer, and co-op, along with the master levels, 20 additional levels created by the community under supervision from the original developers. Again, $4.99. Finally, you can also pick up 2004's Doom 3, which offers a survival horror-ish take on the original Doom story. It includes both the Resurrection of Evil and the Lost Missions expansion packs. This is $9.99. This is likely the first of many Doom stories to arrive this weekend, as this year's QuakeCon is very focused on Doom and the upcoming Doom Eternal. Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you and your Nintendo brethren, right? Mm-hmm. You just buy the same games over and over again. You know what I mean?
And over.
I am 1,000% buying Doom 1 and Doom 2 for the Switch just to have to fuck around with.
Old school.
I have so many good memories of those. I remember that those were like a big deal to have on my PC back in the day and be playing in there. My mom freaked out when she saw how violent they were. So.
Yeah.
You had a joke about Doom 3. I know nothing about Doom 3.
Well, Doom 3 was kind of, joke aside,
Yeah.
I feel like it's impressive that Doom 3 is part of this collection. I think it's really cool as well.
Not a collection, they're all individual.
Or individual.
Just put, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah. Doom 1 and 2, it's like, okay, cool. Those being ported to Switch or PlayStation or any system. It's like, all right, cool. We see retro games like that a lot. I like seeing that era of the PS2, GameCube, Xbox era games being ported because it's rare that we see that. Capcom does it every once in a while, but besides that, like it's not like something that is commonplace, right? And I'd love to see more of those games come back. Doom 3, the joke there, it's just like, it was kind of not, I feel like it didn't live up to the hype of what people wanted the game to be. And it was very different. It was more survival horror. It was more,
as they say here.
And that was cool, but it was very dark. Like when the game launched specifically, I remember there being a lot of issues with the flashlight, like needing the flashlight made it not fun. It's like Doom. People didn't want survival horror from Doom. They wanted Doom from Doom,
double
right?
Big guns, double barrel shotguns.
Yeah. Having said that, I'll never forget 2004, I guess it was, when Doom 3 came out on PC, and it was one of those showcase games where me and Kerwin would go to Best Buy and like look at the high-end PC and be able to demo Doom 3, and it was just mind-blowing. Like, it looked so real. It looked so good, and it's I just pulled it up right now, and it's just so funny to see 4x3. Like,
totally.
What the peak of graphics
I'm watching the trailer
like.
right now on Doom's Twitter official, which says, play the games that started it all. Doom 2, and Doom 3 are available now on Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. Worth pointing out, Doom 1 and Doom 2, Apple Store and Google Play as well.
Cool.
So there you go for more clarification. That's the thing is I at no point expect to buy Doom 1 and Doom 2 and beat them again, but I do want to do it just to run through and be like, oh man, I remember playing this. I remember what a big deal it was to get this up and running on my shitty PC I had when I was, in my mom's computer room or whatever.
Yeah, how many floppies did it take?
I don't even remember. And it's, you know what I mean? Right. But it was a lot, I'll tell you what. God, I hate floppy drives.
Yeah,
God, I hate it. That's the thing. Is that, do you understand? And you don't play.
I get it. Your hatred for PC stemmed from.
It's just the fact that that's still how PC gaming is. You still need all those floppy disks to put in there. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know this. That's where they hide the .exes you need, the DirectX sound files or whatever the fuck you need.
They hide them. They don't make it extremely easy to click download. Double click on it. It opens. There's the little checkbox. Do you want to make this easier for yourself? It's up to you.
No, I don't. I was talking to Kevin about this today. We got an early morning package here, and it was the Doom package, basically, of hard copy games. So we got a PC version of, Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein, New Blood, right? Then we got 2 Switch copies, and then we got PSVR disc for Cyberpilot or whatever it's called. Cracks me up, though, that we're still in this such a weird transition period that the Nintendo Switch boxes at the top have a giant white banner that say no game included, just download code. Like, god damn it.
Why
does that need it sucks that people, god, you still got to see that in the store to understand, hey, there's a game up for a franchise I theoretically really like and I'd love to see it. They're never going to make it easy.
Never easy. Not as easy.
But I'm excited to play some Doom.
.exes.
You know what I mean, Tim?
Mm-hmm. But this
Do
is
you?
great. Good. I'm very, very proud
you
of them
gonna
for
play
doing
him
this. No, I'm not that big of a Doom guy.
Yeah.
At least not old school Doom.
Sure.
For sure.
New school Doom, yeah.
I like the new school one a lot.
Are you excited for Eternal?
I'm
We never
excited.
talk about Eternal.
Yes, I am excited for
me
Eternal.
too.
You totally sold the Celeste style, like jumping around.
Yeah.
In 3D. Ooh, let's go, baby. I'm in for that. Fast paced action. It was just, the Doom 3, I remember being kind of like very excited for it because I was itching for new Xbox games at the time. And I just remember kind of going through it and being like, whew. That was especially the time when like Unreal Championship was popping off.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And it was just like
Holy
that.
shit.
I was like, okay, baby. And of course, Halo. But the Doom kind of just fell into a place where it felt more like a beautiful tech demo than something that I enjoyed.
I understand that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I still need to, we talked about it on the Gamescast and here on Games Daily, right? Where
review?
after E3, playing through Doom 2016, right? I still need to finish Doom 2016 before I get to Doom Eternal, I think. But I was having such a good time with it, I need to.
Yeah.
What's going on? What are you looking at?
8.5?
For Doom 3?
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, it's just that classic case of not being what people want, right? I think Wolfenstein's suffering from that right now. The new Youngblood, right? Where it's like, cool, Wolfenstein 1, Wolfenstein 2, or, and I'm talking about obviously the reboot Wolfensteins, deliver on a very specific vision of what people want from those kind of shooters. Awesome. And then this one drops and like, we're trying co-op and we're putting in RPG mechanics and stuff. And people are like, this is not what I want necessarily. And what is that? We've seen what that means critically and what that means for a review score, but what is that going to mean next week when I think people have really had a chance to sink their teeth into it this weekend? I still want to try it with Jen, you know what I mean? Run around and shoot some stuff, see what's up. Number 2 on the Roper Report is an expansion on a story that we actually was in a You're Wrong earlier in the week that we said, oh, this happened, and then we never actually talked about it. So here's just to get it out there. Corsair acquires Origin. This is Brendan Sinclair at GamesIndustry.biz. The PC gaming hardware market saw a bit of a consolidation this week as parts and peripherals maker Corsair has announced the acquisition of pre-built system seller Origin PC. Quote, with the gaming PC market continuing to expand as an increasing number of players make the jump from console to PC. That can't be right. Is that right, Barrett?
That can't
happening?
be right.
Wait, what?
That seems like propaganda. I don't trust that. We wanted to do more to reach customers in North America that prefer to buy rather than build their
can't be
system.
right.
It just seems illogical. Corsair founder and CEO Andy Paul said, with Origin's PC expertise in personalized custom gaming systems and Corsair's strength in performance PC hardware and the IQ software. No, it's not IQ. It's ICUE software ecosystem. We're excited to combine our efforts to create new world-class gaming experiences for PC players, end quote. While Corsair products, like the aforementioned IQ system and its Hydro X series custom cooling range, will be integrated into some Origin PC systems, the two brands will remain largely separate. Origin PC will remain based out of its Miami, Florida offices and handle its own sales, warranty, and customer support operations. Meanwhile, Corsair will continue to offer its own range of pre-built gaming PCs. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. Interesting. Two names we know well.
Two names I'm a big fan of. Corsair and their RAM has been very important to this company for a very long time. Origin as well,
Origin, of course, the people who gave us
run off
their
laptops.
If you remember when we started Kind of Funny in 2015, they were the ones who did a deal, cut us a deal, and got us the giant tower for streaming, got us all laptops we could work on because IGN owned all the stuff we used to work on.
Yeah, but no, I actually am a really big fan of both of them. Origin, I think, allows a lot of customization for people like me that want that, to be able to go in and have the minutia of all the different PC parts for high-end video editing machines or for gaming or whatever it is. And Corsair, I've always kind of seen as like they're good at kind of the smaller, more detailed things.
Yeah.
Like Origin is the overall, Corsair is the like their RAM's great, their cooling system's great, all that.
I like the peripherals. I for a long time used the Corsair headset at
all that
home.
stuff. Like I have preferences outside of that for when it comes to those type of things.
Well,
like
I use
physical.
Astro pretty much, probably.
But I do think that this is good and it's going to strengthen the brand, especially of Origin, to have the Corsair kind of fine tuning of some of the components.
We'll see them working together and what that'll actually net out to, right?
And this, I don't think is that surprising of a move. It reminds me a bit of Alienware and Dell back in the day, and it's like that. Those are two sides of a very similar coin. And I feel like both of those brands strengthened each other. Where Alienware was this in the beginning, this obnoxious gamer brand,
gamers.
But it's like that. I feel like that was necessary at the time to differentiate for people to understand what it meant, especially in a time when Dell was so focused on owning the kind of look of people's office wear. It's like everyone had that of some variation of the charcoal gray tower from Dell, both workstations at work or home office situations. And I think that them acquiring the Alienware brand allowed them to be like, no, but look, we can also be cool and fun.
Sure.
But it also allowed Alienware to be like, no, but look, we can also be adult.
Yeah.
And like that helped both of them out very much to this day. And I think that this is a very similar but different story. But I'm stoked to see what comes from this because I like
both companies have
parts.
always been good to Kind of Funny. I wish them well on their journey together into matrimony and eventually when they make a console, because clearly that's what, I don't know whether this is a lie. People are more and more going from console to PC. It can't be right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
it has
believe
to
that.
be right.
Number 3!
It has to be right.
Number 3! One less reason to hate the Epic Store. Tim Sweeney responded to a fan on Twitter, and he said this: cloud saves are enabled for a couple of new games right now. We have a bit more work to do before rolling it out more widely. So, of course, as you know, there's the Epic Game Store. A lot of people hate it for a variety of reasons. One of it being it doesn't have a million different features, like a cart and this and cloud saves. And as Epic's been very clear and transparent about with their own Trello that's public of what's coming, what they're working on. Looks like cloud saves already enabled for some games and around the corner for the rest of them, as we've all been predicting. Whereas if you're sitting there saying, well, you hate the Epic Store because of this problem, I get it, but it's in a year going to be a moot point. All this like the majority of this should be fixed, right, Tim?
Oh, yeah. Moot point. Great words.
Thank you very much. I like that. Remember growing up and you thought it was a moot point?
No.
I did too.
That wasn't
Also,
me.
ends meet.
I hate you. I did too. Fuck you.
Ends meat was another one that confused me as a kid because I always thought it was like meat, like, you know, like a steak. So it was the end of the meat, you know, but it's really making ends meet.
Where
like,
ends meet.
Yeah. Right?
I never thought about it.
Kids, you know,
They're
think
dumb.
about it. Yeah,
Don't have them.
Number 4, Discord is adding folders to Discord, or Discord as I called it earlier. Austin Goslin at Polygon writes, one of Discord's most requested features is finally being added. The company announced on Thursday afternoon that it is bringing server folders to Discord to help users keep their server list a little more organized. The announcement came via a short and odd YouTube video on Discord's official channel. Discord has long touted itself as one of the most popular places on the internet to build communities and interact with fellow members of a fandom. But organization has never been a strong suit for the app. With dozens of servers to keep track of, navigating Discord could become a painful experience. But the new folder feature should help out a little bit. The folders themselves work exactly the way you would expect. You can drag and drop servers into different folders, rename or color code each folder, and even dismiss notifications by folder. Folders will also be synced across devices, including the browser version of Discord, the desktop app, and the mobile app, to make sure you stay organized wherever you're at.
Wow.
That's helpful.
It is.
Whenever I turn on Discord for the one or two times I need it a year, it's always like, what the fuck? Why is this so? Why are there this many faces? What was going on?
Too many faces.
Got too many faces.
Now you get the faces in the folders.
I know. Now I can just put everything into one folder that says
Bullshit.
ignore. I don't even know. You know what I mean? More power to you. I'll see you on Reddit. Tim?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Discord and the Epic Game Store continue to improve, but that's going to take time. It's so far away.
It's so far away.
If I wanted something more immediate, say what came to the Mom and Grop shops, where would I go?
The official list of upcoming software across each and every platform is listed by the Kind of Funny Games Daily Show hosts each and every weekday.
Yeah. Out today. It's a big day for some reason. Kill the Game, PS4, Switch, and PC. DK, Xbox One. Remothered, Tormented Fathers, Switch. That's a name. Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, PSVR, PC VR. Wolfenstein Youngblood, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Fire Emblem 3 Houses
Get on
Switch.
it, motherfuckers. It's Fire Emblem Day.
Tetsumo Party, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Titans Pinball on Switch. Garage Mechanics Simulator on Switch. Sheep in Hell. That's right, Sheep in Hell on Switch. Cedars Puzzle Reboot on Switch. Dark Bestiary on PC and Mac. Stormtail on PC and Mac. Post-Soviet Zombies on PC. Bandits on PC. Knighton Plus on PC. Next challenge. Oh, there's a new challenge in Days Gone. This week it's clear 300 of Freaker Horde, but it's got a bunch of caveats you can read about in the PlayStation blog. And then this, of course, is from the Xbox.com. Starting today as a free content update, experienced Black Desert Adventurers can awaken the ninja class in the newest update that lets you play with new skills and abilities to deliver devastating damage in addition to new world bosses that offer mighty weapon drops and a powerful piece of equipment to aid you in your adventure. Bear, what do you got from me here for games we called that? Oh, you got Sheep in Hell?
This is Sheep in Hell.
Is it just a Sheep in Hell? Because it kind of looks like it's just a Sheep in Hell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, am I a wolf? I'm a wolf, though?
I think so.
I'm the wolf?
You're the wolf.
You know what? Scroll down. You're a wolf, and you've been bad. That's why you've been put in the deepness of a hell plagued with your most hated enemies, the sheep. But they're not normal sheep. No, they're possessed demonic sheep and won't hesitate to try to kill you. So run and defend yourself, because after all, a wolf is by nature a predator, not a prey. Break through the dungeons, solve challenges, and escape this hell if you can. Oh my God.
Escape this hell.
God bless you. God bless you, sheep in hell. Go get it, everybody. Go get it. New dates. Tribes of Midgard's open beta launches today. Well, that's not today. It's Friday and the wheels are off, if you can't tell, and it's a slow
We're just
news
going,
day.
man. We're
Let's
on a
jump
slight
in
decline.
to reader mail, but first I'll tell you about our sponsors.
While you're doing all that, because I know
Sure.
like so far we're a little light on show. I was trying to see if there was any updates. If there was
Oh,
any
we got
stories.
plenty of questions. Kids came through with questions.
I got 3 stories for you though. Three
stories.
An update
A Tim Tam
to a
report?
story that we were
A
talking about
Tim's
today.
Baker's dozen.
A controversy that is a brew right now. Xbox backwards compatible people with Doom installed do not delete the game because Bethesda straight up yanked it.
Oh, interesting.
So the old versions of Doom, the original Dooms that you can get on
That you had
Xbox,
on 360?
Yeah.
that
Okay.
you can get on Xbox One with backwards compatibility, they're gone. So if you delete it or you don't have it currently installed, they're going to be gone.
Okay.
Digital future. Here's some issues.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's not gonna go well.
Yeah. So we'll see if they change it or fix it or give vouchers or not. But there's an update. This comes from Reset Era. Other update. Gary Whitta officially going to PAX West.
Woo.
So there's that.
Okay.
Does not do anything for you? Does
He
that
better
not-
come be in the tournament. Should I
Wet
call, I'll
your
call him
whistle?
right now and make sure
Okay.
we book him immediately on this tournament because I need. It's one of those things we need. Representatives. I need people out there to fight. You know what I mean?
Fight.
So I can challenge. He can represent kind of funny because I'm hosting and I don't.
He needs to represent twitch.tv/Gary Whitta.
That's actually a much better point.
Yeah.
He's gonna get all mad now too because he thinks I'm just using him for free content. That's his new thing. He gets all pissed off when I do it. But
Loves it. He won't admit it.
This is the free content hotline.
hey, Gary Whitta, it's me, Greg Miller. You're live on Kind of Funny Games Daily with Tim and I. How are you?
Yeah, I figured as much. What can I do for you?
You think this is going to be something dumb? It's not. Tim gave me some breaking news that you're coming to PAX West.
I just tweeted about it, yeah.
That's where the news broke. Yeah, I know. We didn't see the write-up on Twinfinite yet.
It's going to be the first time that I've been probably in five or 6 years, so I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm calling to book you in the Per Schneider Championship Cup we do for the Inner-Sight Championship. Do you want to participate?
I mean, it sounds like fun. What exactly is it?
There's a trophy, and then last year I had 26 different people from around the industry come and play for this cup, and then we write the winner's name on the cup, and they get it for a year.
Do you play video games or something?
Yeah, you play video games. It's a panel.
All right, yeah, count me in.
All right, Saturday at 9 p.m. Are you free? PAX Saturday 9 p.m.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, cool. Well, you're booked then. All right, you're going to be representing twitch.tv/Gary Whitta.
Cool, and I've actually got a big announcement about my PAX West thing that I'm going to reveal to you at a later date.
Are you on another panel?
No, it's bigger than a panel, my friend.
Are you throwing a party?
Wait until you hear.
Well, you just do it now. You're on the show.
No, I've got to get all my ducks in a row first.
Fine. All right. Well, keep 9 p.m. Saturday. Be free.
I'll put a note in the calendar right now.
All right. Oh, and then we're still planning on you on Monday coming over to do the fishing mode party.
Oh, that's Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What time would that be?
I don't know. I'll talk to you after the show.
All right, okay, bye.
All right, bye. That's how we get things done here.
I love
All right?
him. God bless him.
Yep.
Do we have any other? Do we need to call Fran for anything?
And then the last thing I got for you, Greg,
Sure.
is this was actually posted last night on Reset Era, and the thread title is just speculation. Devil May Cry 5 is approaching 3 million units sold. Resident Evil 2 has sold over 4 million. Capcom is raking in the cash. This comes from Capcom Working Casual. Not sure what that is. But the resurgence of Osaka-based Capcom is one of the most uplifting stories of the current generation. Last year's monstrous hit, Monster Hunter World, continues its momentum as it amazingly hit 13 million units sold just this past week, widening its margin as the company's best-selling game ever. January's Resident Evil 2 Remake is the 5th best-selling title of the first half of 2019 in the States, according to the NPD, and has eclipsed 4 million units as of last count. March's Devil May Cry 5 showed well at launch and is estimated to be nearing the 3 million unit threshold. Continued sales of these should make for solid results in the quarter ending in June, though I'm actually more interested in where executives go with the guidance, especially in light of Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion due out in September. Cool stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I got one more for you.
Sure.
For Doom 1 and 2 so far on Switch, this comes from Nibel on Twitter, Nibelian.
That's why they shouldn't do this. They put there's just shadow dropping these games while we're doing the show.
Right,
exactly. I can't catch all this.
No, but
You should always call Greg before the show.
Is that
Tell us
hard?
all
Why
the
is Gary
news.
Whitta teasing? Oh, anyways, go ahead.
Well, this was 27 minutes ago. Looks like Doom 1 and 2 require you to log into your Bethesda account before you can play. After your initial login, you can play it offline as well. Doom 3 requires you to log into your BNet account to access certain features and or content.
So I have to log into my Bethesda account?
Yes. It's like a weird choice.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that one bit.
Yeah.
But I just do it once and it's done?
It seems like for Doom 1 and 2, it looks like after you do that, you can play it offline, so you don't have to. I think what it does is it makes you log in every time to connect to online.
That's weird.
That's how...
Seems like a weird choice.
The wording here makes it seem like that, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's breaking stuff, you know.
Yeah, of course. We'll figure it out as we go. Just seems like there's a lot of controversy already about this Doom stuff. Seems pretty easy. You put fucking Doom out. There you go.
Yeah.
Seems
Doom's
doomed
out.
from the start.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Friday content, bitches.
Ignacio Rojas writes in to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, just like you can and should, and says, "What's shaking, Greg and Tim?" So yesterday, Nintendo released a video in which we got to see what the gameplay will be like for the upcoming Pokemon Masters game. So far, it seems like a more streamlined version of the core games, ditching turns in favor of an attack cooldown system similar to that of Final Fantasy VII. Tim, with what you've seen, do you think this is the right way to go when bringing Pokemon to phones? We've seen Nintendo do a similar streamlining with other games they've brought to phones. What other franchises from Nintendo or others would you guys want to see get a similar treatment? How would you adapt the game for a phone? Anyways, until next time, keep on dunking. Good Oreo-ration reference.
There you go.
I did not see this video. I'm in love with Pokemon Go. I don't need Pokemon Masters.
Yeah.
What is Pokemon Masters?
So
What is
there's
this-
a
what does it look
20-minute gameplay.
Uh-huh.
Like the first 20 minutes of the game are out on the internet now, so you can watch them. I just skimmed through it right before the show because I was unaware of that until we read Mr. Ignacio Rojas' question. Looking through it, he kind of nailed the description of it. The gameplay of the battle systems is reminiscent of Final Fantasy VII in the way that there is a like active time battle type gauge that goes where you can't attack until
It's
a
your-
certain amount
your
of time
turn.
goes up, then you can go. You have your 3 Pokemon. But this game's different than the core Pokemon title, where it's you with your 6 monsters versus someone else with their 6 monsters. It's each person has one Pokemon tied to them with 1 move only.
Okay.
Your team is 3 people with 3 Pokemon.
Do I need 3? So I need 2 other humans to play, or do I just,
It's
Okay.
computer, it seems.
Okay.
But like your team is 3 Pokemon masters. It's
Sure.
not Pokemon. So your team would be
Gotcha. Okay.
Brock and Misty and the protagonist, right? Versus 3 other Pokemon masters that each have 1 Pokemon to represent them. And it seems like the masters have their strengths and weaknesses, and then the Pokemon have an additional one, and that's kind of where the depth comes in.
Okay.
You get to choose who attacks where and whatever. Pretty standard Pokemon stuff, just with a different coat of paint on it.
Okay.
This looks like a good one-handed adaptation of what a Pokemon core game could play like on mobile.
Okay.
So I'm not going to write it off entirely yet. The idea of Masters is really cool to me. I like the idea of let's take a bunch of the main characters from all the different Pokemon games and some of fan favorites, like a lot of the gym leaders, like the more obscure ones, or a lot of the league members and stuff that like, I nerd out over that type of lore and like seeing those characters return and what they're up to. But this does kind of scream non-canon, which kind of just makes it all feel a little like, well, this isn't quite what I want. It's almost there, and then changing it up.
What do you want?
I would want something that like feels like it's canon, and that might sound stupid to other people, but it's like I like these characters. They built them up, and seeing them come back for some of them the first time ever, it's like I'd want it to be a bit more substantial than this, which feels like an entire spin-off, just other thing. But the idea of Pokemon Masters could be epic and cool.
Yeah.
This just seems like, oh, we're making a mobile game, you know? And in terms of the gameplay, it's like, yeah, I would rather it be a bit more traditional and core.
So
And I say that based on Fire Emblem not being my cup of tea, Fire Emblem Heroes, when Fire Emblem should be perfect, one-handed, mobile, grid-based, choose your path, go, attack, little bite-sized battles. That would be awesome. Overtime, permadeath things, situations where you have to really care about your units over time. I'd love that. But Heroes is a bit more of just a gotcha game with really like really scaled back Fire Emblem gameplay, and so because of that, I stopped playing pretty early on.
I know pretty much nothing about Masters. Is it just battling, or is there exploring and walking? And
So from what I saw here, it's just battling with then just a lot of text story stuff.
Gotcha.
And from what they showed very early in the game, it's the first 20 minutes of the game. But what I'm seeing is like it's the tutorial stuff, which is everyone's least favorite part of these Pokemon games. So hopefully once you get through that, it kind of can ramp up a bit from what I've seen. I'm stoked to play it, but I don't see myself like committing to this as like a lifelong adventure the way that I want these Nintendo mobile games to be.
You want to play them
I want
forever,
something that's
right?
like, always in my pocket that I'm always thinking about getting back to, you know?
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong.
Why did Pokemon Go never catch for you? Just
I mean, it did for a while, but then it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, like it took way too long for them to get any type of gameplay into the game.
Okay.
So I think that was a big reason. Also just sucked my battery and like the fun of it went away after a while.
Yeah. What was the last Pokemon you think you loved?
Pokemon game?
Yeah. Would you put? I mean, not Let's Go. Right? I mean, I'm not saying you didn't like Let's Go.
I like Let's Go a lot. I think that X and Y was the last time that I felt like, oh man, I fucking love Pokemon.
They're crushing it right
Looking
now.
back on it, I don't love X and Y as much.
Okay.
But when it first came out, it was definitely. I just feel like Pokemon has this magic about it that no matter how old I get, and no matter how like samey it can be, and like looking at the franchise, being like, ugh, is that another Pokemon? Like I'm looking at Sword and Shield right now, and I'm just like, okay. You know?
Yeah.
But when it comes out, if everyone around me is like as into it as I think they're going to be, I think it's going to grab me in the same way that X and Y, when we were at IGN, everybody went from like, whatever, to play it. And it's just like, that was the talk of the office.
Sure,
Everybody was playing it.
Yeah.
All the way back to Gen 3 with Ruby and Sapphire, like being in middle school, it was a weird thing for me where, you know, elementary school was totally dominated by Pokemon Red and Blue and Gold and Silver, where everyone loved it. It was the coolest thing ever. But then you get to middle school and we're sixth graders and it was like, we're supposed to be cool. We're not supposed to like this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
You fell off.
And then by eighth grade, it's not that we fell off. It's just that, you know, it was kind of like it wasn't a secret, but and it's not like we were like closeted Pokemon fans, but it was like we weren't just constantly talking about Pokemon all the time.
Sure.
We're talking about girls, you know?
Sure.
And then eighth grade comes around and Ruby and Sapphire came out. And then all of a sudden it was just revealed where everyone's like, oh, we didn't know we all love this thing. Like, fuck girls. We're playing Pokemon, baby. You know? And I just feel like I've seen that moment happen almost every generation. And I think that a lot of it has to do with new hardware. Pokemon games. So that Ruby and Sapphire was the first GBA one. Then when we got X and Y, it was the first 3DS one. And now with this being the first Switch one, well, pretty much the first Switch one. I think that it might
first real one.
stoke that for me, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. Up next, Fendyy writes in to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames and says, hey guys, I recently tried out PS Now and it turns out it's great.
Yep.
The only problem is its price.
Yep.
$19.99 per month? That's absurd. Is there any possibility of PlayStation dropping the price during the console transition or in some sort of bundle with PlayStation Plus to compete with Xbox Game Pass? Thanks for everything you do, Fendyy.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
I think that during the transition, it will drop. There will be a new subscription. I don't think it's going to be called PS Now.
You think they're going to do away with the name and
They
everything?
have to.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I think
it's a bad taste in people's mouths, and I just think that it doesn't describe what the service actually is going to be to the people that are buying it.
Interesting. That's the biggest thing with it. I think they definitely are going to, I think they've let it rest on its laurels for so long. They've built the library, they've worked on the infrastructure, they've done all this different stuff with it, that I do think they're going to come out with PlayStation they have to, right? But if they want to compete on this front, which they have to, I think at the PlayStation 5 announcement, and maybe not the one if they do it like PlayStation 4, where like, here's what the tech looks like, and then maybe not there, but when they're actually ready to talk about PlayStation 5 and show the thing, I think it's definitely one of the many features there. I don't know if they need to change the name, if they are just like, PlayStation Now has, because PlayStation, we've done it before as a Games Daily story, right? That it actually has a gajillion subscribers. It has more subscribers than Xbox. Like, granted, bigger install base, yada, yada, yada. But it does have a whole bunch of people that are subscribing to it and are enjoy it, you assume, because they keep subscribing. I think they could come out and be like, it's PlayStation Now has been revamped. It's the whole thing. It's going to be integrated from the get-go with PlayStation 5. It is cheaper. It is integrated with your PlayStation Plus, or it is a drastic discount if you have PlayStation Plus.
I just think new is exciting, right? And new gives you a refresh point to jump on and explain what things are. And I think that Sony needs that right now and will need it. to have a streaming platform or whatever it ends up being, like with all the different things included, that makes sense. And I think that when we see Netflix now, it's like people understand what that is. Then when when Disney Plus, it's like there's like terminology that's starting to be used that people like can associate with services, and like, I understand what this means. HBO Max, it's like, oh, okay, there was already HBO Go and HBO whatever, but it's like HBO Max, you're like, all right, cool, I get what this is going to be. And I think that PlayStation just needs to come up with something that could be a thing. I think even PlayStation Plus would be stronger than PlayStation Now, even if you just took the Now and brought it into Plus.
And that'd be the hope that, like they give you a reason to be like why PlayStation Plus or whatever subscription. That would be the thing. If they really wanted to get nuts with it, it would be killing PlayStation Plus and killing PlayStation Now and making one unified PlayStation service. The issue there is that what does that do for people who are still playing on PS4, right? That aren't making the jump. I think that's a harder sell to them in terms of you're not starting from scratch, right?
Yeah.
It's also worth pointing out, I think, too, just Fendy's question that he's talking about it being $20 a month. He's talking about if you buy it every month. You buy a 1 month subscription every month, right?
Yeah.
When you get the 12-month subscription, it's $100. So like, there's a price difference there, right? If you wanted to commit, and I understand, but that's how every subscription service is. That you totally get screwed if you want to do it by month or the 3 months. Like the biggest plan is the cheapest plan.
If it was me, I'd just call it PlayStation Game Pass.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd be that transparent about it? No way. Sony's got way too much hubris for that.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying like that they will. I'm saying that they should.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's just like the more transparent and clear you can be about what the product is. I always talk about it. It's like whenever we were coming up with names for shows, it's like, what is the show? Just call it that.
Well, that's why I think it'd be cool to call it the PlayStation Library. Library's not sexy, I guess. That'd be the problem, right?
Sexy librarians, though.
Yes, that is true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had one named Ted. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah?
But that would be my thing is I know library isn't sexy, but I also think it speaks to what it is. Like, right? Like everyone understands the concept of a library. All right? And like, you gave me the Tim eyes right there. Like, like bullshit. Everyone understands the concept of a library, right?
Well,
and being able to walk in.
Are you only saying that, though, because
I'm saying
they've
because I want
done
to
that before? The instant game library?
No, I'm not even hung up on that part of it as much as I'm trying to say.
Because I feel like it was brilliant marketing.
I'm trying to say, how do we say
Vita.
PlayStation? It was everywhere too, not just.
I know, but I feel like for the Vita, it was definitely was one of the few selling points.
Do you want to hear some suggestions from the chat?
Why not, Barrett? Open it up to me.
Not the Lysander says PlayStation Go, which I don't think really gets the point across. PD Popoff says PlayStation Pass. Wolf Small says PS Play Pass. And then STV21 has my favorite one, PlayStation Access.
PlayStation Access isn't bad.
All of those, I think, are in line with the point that I'm making of like it needs to describe the current climate of what is going on. Like even Go, I think works because it's kind of just like.
It'd be cool if they went back to Instant Game Collection.
Yeah.
I think there's been enough time between that, especially if you did it where, and I don't even understand how PlayStation Plus, right, has been not on the ropes, but I mean, from the beginning, everybody is always like, oh man, this month sucks when they've been great. But then the last one, right, where they had to pull Pez at the last second and put Detroit in there. Clearly they heard everybody being like, this sucks. And they're like, oh fuck. Like if they got to it, and even if this would work for PlayStation 4 even, they do get to PlayStation 5 and they're like, we are taking PlayStation Plus and taking PlayStation Now, combining them into PlayStation Library, PlayStation Service, PS, Games Pass, whatever the hell you want to call it.
The PlayStation Play Pass, I do really like.
You like the PlayStation PS Play Pass?
PS.
Oh. You had to think it out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
PlayStation Play Pass. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You can just call it the PSP, PlayStation Play Pass.
I don't know if they're gonna want to do that.
They should, man. Bring it back. You know what I mean?
PlayStation.
What if they did that and they're like, what if they come out and they're like, we're bringing back the PSP, and then it goes PlayStation Play Pass.
Ridge Racer.
Yeah. Marcus pops up. Step your game up. All right, well, let's go back to the news. Brian Scollo writes in to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames and says, with August right around the corner and the upcoming release of Astral Chain, I can't help but wonder, what do you guys think of it? I can't recall any of your opinions, and I, for one, am excited about a new IP from Nintendo. I'm sorry, a new IP on Nintendo, and this one looks super stylish, too. Do you guys think it will be a big hit or a quick flash in the pan?
I definitely have my eyes on this one. It's a game that I'm looking forward to a lot. Everything that we've seen of it, it just looks cool.
That's the thing about
cool.
it. I had done the research this morning of opening back up because I remember doing our Nintendo Reacts and stuff and seeing it pop up, and I knew it was a name and I didn't know much about it. Looking at it again today, I was like, holy shit, this does look really good.
Yeah.
Like what? It's like futuristic, third-person action.
It's a platinum
You're
game.
like police officers or some kind of weird force.
Yeah, and it's like I'm totally a neon, a lot of Japanese influence. I'm like, cool, this looks rad as hell. So I'm hoping it's good. I just think that we've seen Platinum games in recent years kind of be hit or miss, and this being a new IP, I think that they're gonna like put their A game into it. It's always been interesting to me that this game's coming out before Bayonetta 3, but I think that that's for a reason. I don't know what that reason is yet, but I think that they believe in this game. I think August is going to be a good time for it.
Yeah. Barry, can you pull up the E3 trailer I just sent to you? Send it to Control.
Cool. Yeah, I'm really hoping that it's something real special. I can see this game either being an 8 or a 9.5, and I think that's going to be a real big difference, even though it doesn't sound like it.
Barry's bringing up the trailer now. That's the thing. When I look at it, what I get fuck.
Vanquish?
No, well, no. I mean, you can see that, but going through. Can you show it to them? Sorry. The Vita game I love, Freedom.
Oh, Wars.
Freedom Wars. Yeah, I get that kind of vibe from it, right? Of like, it looks like it's with this weird mashup of what a special elite force that has the Astral Chain that gets to go in and fight these crazy ass demons, but they look like demon cops or some kind of crap.
And there's a dog too.
There's a dog too. I did not know that.
That's big. Like a robo dog.
Yeah. But I like this is my preferred. Way to play games in the third-person action perspective, right? Like I like that. I like being over the shoulder.
And you usually don't like the Devil May Cry Bayonetta like super stylish action games, but I think that this
it looks like
it slows it down just a bit, so it's not button mashing.
It looks more like third-person action than it does like a straight up like DMC. We're running around doing
so
something.
Cool.
That looks awesome. Like this whole thing looks really cool, and like it looks like it's got that more of a modern take on it, but not super futuristic. It's futuristic, obviously, right? But it looks like it could still be happening in our world. And the Astral Chain reminds me so much of the Thorn from Freedom Wars. So what is it? I have a dude attached to me.
Mm-hmm. Your astral.
Is he a ghost?
His chain.
Is he my Pokemon? Do I catch him? Because I know Pokemon now.
I don't think so.
All right, now we're in the Horizon area. I mean, that looks really cool. I want to play it. So that's why you haven't heard about it, I think, Brian. It's just there's been so many other games out right now as we lead up to it. On top of it, I just haven't played it before. I haven't seen it at a demo or anything like that.
I haven't either. I don't think it's been demoed.
Yeah.
As far as I know. Like we saw it during a Nintendo Direct.
It wasn't at like E3, was it?
No, it wasn't. We saw it at Nintendo Direct, and then we saw it at E3. During E3's Direct, but
sure.
I don't think anyone's played it.
Huh. All right. I'm looking forward to it. It has my attention, as the kids say. The Nano Biologist writes in and says, "Hey, Greg and Tim. Happy Friday. Now, I love me some Darksiders, but do I and 499 other people love it enough to pay $380 for the Niflheim? Is that right? Niflheim edition? This is the first of all $260. This is first of all $260 more than the collector's edition, which also comes with the statue, but also comes with the Darksider board game. $260 for a board game. Barrett, can you bring up this edition? I saw it today. I understand if it came with a 1-to-1 model of Strife's gun, or even a bust of one of the 4 Nephilim, but a board game? Other board games that are comparable in price are super limited edition games like Risk Black Ops, or ones that take at least 8 to 10 hours to complete and have really intricate pieces. Do publishers hike up the price of these items just to ride the high of collector's editions tag and make even more money? Or can publishers stop overvaluing something of their merch so that people... Stop. Yeah, that's what he says. That will probably be sold later at a much lower cost. Thanks, Nano Biologist. So yeah, this is what they put up, right? This Darksiders Genesis, of course, a game that I played at Judges Week, and I'm super stoked for, like a weird Darksiders Diablo actiony, maybe even Ultimate Alliance-y kind of thing, of walking around co-op, beating the hell out of things. They put up this, though, the $300, right? The figure, I should say, of Strife, the board game, the premium box, the steel book, the stickers, the official soundtrack, the official art book. And yeah, this is going to be, they're limiting it to 5,000. And then, yeah, it's going to be $380.
That's insane. Like, how? Like, that is a lot of money for, like, if you showed me this, I'd be like, oh, this is going to be $100. Maybe $150.
Yeah.
And then no one would buy it for $150. And then you'd go to GameStop, and then it would be in the clearance section, and you can get it for $60.
I think
you know what I'm talking about, though.
Totally right.
Like,
And I think that's the thing about it of why it's the way it is that the reason it'll sell, because it will sell. People fucking love Darksiders, right? The reason it's going to sell is because it's super limited. It's 5,000. You've put that on there, so now you've put it on their brain. And like I think so many people get in their heads about being the biggest fan of something that they want this. They want to be one of the 5,000 people to get it, right?
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember Street Fighter
But
did the exact same thing for some like anniversary, and like they put the number on it, and it was like it got me all riled up. Where I was like, "Fuck, I kind of want this thing because it's cool."
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's in every GameStop.
So
Clearance
to
section.
break it down, right? Like
Right.
game itself, right? $60.
sure.
An average board game, depending on like the size and like the expanse of it, I would say about $50. So you got 110 right there.
And what's confusing me about the board game is that available anywhere else, or do I only get it through this for the rest of my life?
Maybe.
Okay.
And then the figure, I don't know how much figures go for. I'm not a huge like buying figures guy. I would say,
That's not going to be a
but I'm saying
Hot
like
Toys sideshow collectibles.
yeah,
figure.
but like what would you put at the price of of this kind of thing on its own, Tim?
on its own. See, that's the problem. Is if you were to buy that figure on its own for the quality that I expect it to be, like if it's the quality of the Nathan Drake
Yeah.
one, it's like on its own, it would sell for what? $40.
Okay, all right. So
Right.
it was
I would see it bumped up to 60, but I'm with
But
you.
what I'm saying
with
is
you.
like it wouldn't be worth that.
120,
Right.
170. Art book maybe $20, 190. So we are pretty much paying $200 for these stickers.
Hell yeah, dude, stick it up.
And again, to be clear, because with all due respect to Nano Biologist, he was dropping news and going off as if we all knew that. Can you leave it up, Barrett? The Darksider Genesis Collector's Edition is $109 or $110, right? That has everything but the board game. So for $110, you can get everything but the board game. It comes with the game itself, the Strife figure, steelbook, art book, soundtrack, sticker sheet. You're just getting that board game.
It's a dope board game.
It better be a fucking dope board game. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Is like, what the fuck is it? Like, do people know what it is? Again, this is me not being a Darksiders fan. I'm trying to reach around here. There's already a Darksiders the board game thing. Oh no, it's actually not. It's somewhere else. I do think people will buy it, and if this is the only way to get the board game, I do think that you'll do it. You're paying for the exclusivity of it, right? You're paying to be one of these people that has one of the 5,000 things.
If I had to bet,
Yeah, lay it on.
this is not going to sell
You don't think so?
5,000. And I would bet even more. I don't think there's any way we could find this out. This will not sell 5,000 at $380.
Okay. My next question is it available everywhere, or is it just through like a THQ website or something? Here, get it from clicking on a IGN link. It takes me to Amazon, so it's on Amazon. Still trying to figure out what the board game is. The board game only here? That's my question. Kindoffunny.com/wrong. Can you buy the board game anywhere else? That's all I want to know. It'll be interesting. It's the normal bet of Darksiders, where they keep making Darksider games because there is a very small group of people that love Darksiders, a very large amount. And so it's up to them now if they're going to go out and buy this. I think Darksiders Genesis, from what I played, is going to be dope. I'm really excited for it.
Board Game Geek gives the Darksiders board game a 9 out of 10.
But now it says coming in 2020 there, right? That's what I did too, where I went there thinking like, oh, is this a different Darksiders board game? Is it the same Darksiders board game?
It's the same.
Nano Biologist says you're wrong. There has been no news yet about the board game being sold separately. I think people will buy it. I don't know if they'll sell it out. I think Darksider fans are crazy.
People will buy. Some people will buy it. I just think that it's insane.
How many? Yeah,
44 comments.
what do they say? Well, let me guess. The comments are all we hate it, right? Because you're on Destructoid over there.
Yeah.
People are saying they'll buy it. That's 44 right there. Now he's got to sell 4,956
it's
of it.
kind of a mixed conversation, but yeah, I mean, there's people that are excited.
Back to the nanobiologist question, though, right? Do publishers hike up the price of these items just to ride the Hive Collector's Editions tag and make even more money? 1,000% yes. 100% yes. And that's the thing you gotta stop and ask yourself too. Like, do you like steelbooks? I like when I had a physical collection. I liked all the spines looking the same. I hate when you'd be going and then there'd be a steelbook there and go the other way. It's similar to with like the DC Universe Online Collector's Edition that came with the Batman statue. Dope as fuck. That's awesome. Then we got it and it was like, wait, it didn't come with it came with a cardboard sleeve for the game disc. Like what? That's why when we were at IGN, we made our own banner things and printed them and had them go.
I like steelbooks. I agree with you. I wish they were the standard.
Yeah, it's got to be one or the other, right? It's like when they switched the Simpson DVDs.
Yeah, that's why with Fast and Furious, the day that they changed their steelbook scheme, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Greg.
Cry probably.
Hobbs and Shaw might be the day because I can't see how they're gonna fit it into the look. These are dark
Rock's
times.
face.
I know, but like the spine and the back with the cars and the numbers, there's no number, Greg. There's no number.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Thank you.
BJ Bernardo gets the final question of the week at patreon.com/kindafunnygames and says, reading this article from Nathan Grayson at Kotaku about an interview with the Twitch streamer PaladinAmber. She's become famous hilariously calling out toxic comments in her Twitch chat. I noticed it was different in your approach to toxic commenters as you hit the big old ban/mute button. Do you think her way of calling out these toxic people is an effective way to do so and stop that behavior? What led to your decision not to acknowledge such bad behavior like she has? Have you seen these clips going around?
I'm not.
I'll pull one up because they're just hilarious.
She's great. Yeah. Yeah, but we should do it.
I've seen it with audio.
Okay.
Barrett's making it happen so we can all see PaladinAmber do this. She has many funny callouts. Here's
how much for foot play? I'll tell you how much. Hi, welcome into PaladinAmber sales. That's right. Do you want to see foot play? I've got the solution for you. Now for just a small fee of $19.95 plus shipping and handling, I'm going to tell you to get fucked. Get your foot fetish out of my chat. Get it right out of my chat. I don't want anything to do. I want to take it away right now. Get out. Out. Okay, back to you guys. Pull this number down. How much for foot play?
Have you seen that one before?
No.
Do you need to? Do you need to see other ones?
It's okay.
It's the normal thing of kind of funny. Barrett hears it fine. There's no sound here. Get 15 remotes over here. Mm-hmm. Get one of the other ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There was.
I thought you went to the article.
Oh, do that one. Do the paint one.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of them.
Oh my god.
She's great with these transitions. Sad she has to have them ready. Sad Twitter videos suck so much too.
It's awful. It's the worst.
Oh, this looks like a fun clip to watch. Okay, it crashed. Great, of course, as it always does. Twitter video.
I'm gonna refresh. God, the internet's such a shit show. You know what I'm saying?
It is, and I blame Twitter video. There's no audio now. Do you have audio?
Good afternoon and welcome in. That's right. I just got here, but you're already talking about your fucking stinky ball sacks. So welcome in. How you doing? Listen, I don't need to know that. Maybe clean your balls. Have you ever used shampoo? Have you ever washed in a shower? Have you ever showered? I don't want to know about your stinky balls. Get your stinky balls right out of here. This just in. I don't want to know about that. Nobody wants to know about that. See a doctor. Get some help. Get some help. Back to you.
If you're an audio listener only, what's the best is she has a breaking news clip and then like 7 different cameras she turns to on the transitions as she makes it. She's great, and it's a great thing for her. I'm glad it's working for her. I think, and this is not at all, respect the game, respect the hustle. That's incredibly unique, and it's clearly getting her circulated, and I'm sure it's bringing her new views, which is a great way to do it, right? The other thing I guarantee it's doing is it's also making her chat more toxic because people are trying to get called out. They're trying to be made the center of attention.
Yeah.
This goes back to your question, BJ, like why we don't do this, is it goes back to how it was in Twitter when somebody finally clued me in when I was, quote tweeting somebody and being like, don't be like this person, or like responding to somebody who's being really hateful and not actually trying to have a conversation, didn't disagree with me, it was just an asshole. And somebody finally chimed in, is like, hey, just so you know, like it sucks you get this and I'm sorry you have to go through this on the internet, but like for every one of these people, there's at least a dozen more people in your ats that would love to have any kind of interaction. And I realized what I was doing, of course, was rewarding bad behavior. And that's why we don't do that and why we don't reward bad behavior. And you're going to get the mods in our Twitch chat will mute you or ban you or whatever. When we go on the YouTube page, you're welcome to be like, oh man, I don't like them. I don't like this, how they're saying this. I don't like blah, blah. If you're just like, these guys fucking suck, blah, blah, you just fucking hide user from channel. Like why, if you have nothing to say, we're not going to get in there and argue with you. Like when I go into the comments, when I go into our subreddit, when I go into anything about Kind of Funny, I'll have a conversation with anybody who doesn't disagree with us, who loves us, that wants to have a conversation. I'll have a conversation with you. When you just want to be a prick about stuff, fuck off. Nobody fucking cares. It's the same thing we've always said. We don't want your view. We don't want your money. We don't want you. Just go away. Just go away. We don't need you. We don't want you. You're never going to get what you want from us. And what we found is that, guess what? You don't engage with the trolls. They'll stick around trying to poke you for a long time, and eventually they're going to move on to somebody who, when they poke, they'll react.
Yeah.
Otherwise, fuck off. And that's why I tell the audience the same thing too. When you see someone being mean, when you see someone being clearly a dick, now granted, I mean being a dick. These guys fucking suck. I fucking hate them. Horrible, horrible thing. Blah, 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 blah. Not that I don't agree with them on this. I think I don't like Greg's review of Days Gone. That's criticism. You're having a conversation. We're talking. That's fine. When you see somebody being a complete asshole, being completely rude, saying complete bullshit, don't engage. For us, for you, audience member, for your own personal streams. But for, you don't need to defend Kind of Funny. You ignore them and they move on. They go away. Who the fuck cares? They mean nothing. That's the thing. When I see people doing this, it's like, oh man, what's wrong? What's going on with you? You know what I mean? Taylor Swift has a great new song about it. That's literally all about the first entire section is
She
like,
definitely has a new song about it.
fuck you, Tim. Why do you hate Taylor Swift, Tim?
I love Taylor Swift.
No, you don't. That's a good one. I like the new one.
Greg, you hit a button at one point that on the front TV of the desk, there's the mute button keeps like popping in and out. I don't know what you hit. There you go. That probably helped it, maybe.
I mean, it'll probably fix it, but who knows? We can't. Who knows?
There you go.
We don't know.
The science
There's
is
no
there.
science to it,
Oh man, I tell you what, that's all we're holding together here. You don't like? You need to calm down.
I have some political issues with it. Taylor's totally.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're changed entirely with
Too
your
conveniently?
album too convenient, and with your album being sold and your albums in like, oh yeah, last year it was Reputation and everything's dark and like Taylor's dead on the phone, right? And then now it's just like, be fucking positive and love everyone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, cool, fair. You're totally allowed to have that. And that's good. But it's also very convenient. And it's also like, all right.
Too markety.
Yeah. And like all of her, like, yo, you're trying to tear down the strong women and whatever. It's like, well, Taylor, you were doing that not too long ago. So
I don't like Reputation that much, so I'm happy she's back.
yeah, she's back.
It's time to squad up. This is where one of you writes in to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. You give me your name, your username, and platform. It's Friday. Today, Parker Begale needs help IRL. Parker Begale can be found on social media at Parker Begale. ParkerBegale. So not Beagle, the traditional spelling. Begale. Media or online for some console gaming. Maybe we can even start doing some of the events out there on the East Coast and celebrate being best friends. Cheers, Parker B. So on social media, Parker Begale. On PSN and Xbox, it's The Beagle 8. And of course, I'm not even going to read it. Just hit him up on social media. He decided to spell Beagle differently in his fucking username on PSN and Xbox. Fucking choose something and stick with it.
Beagle.
Parker, choose a lane and stay in it. You can't go back and forth.
Snoopy.
That's true. That is true. You know what? Dynamite drop in. Time for You're Wrong. This is where people watching live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames goes to kindoffunny.com/you're wrong and tells us what we messed up as we messed it up. Nano Biologist trying to editorialize. Fuck off.
Damn, called out.
Going through. Okay. A lot of people just trying to be jokesters here, so slowing it all down, you know what I mean?
I want to read this one. Spencer writes in, he says, half missed out today, half just want Tim's opinion. What does Tim think of the Shadows of the Empire Atomic Purple N64 cart that released today? I was unaware of this at all.
Oh, dude, it's hot.
Can you pull it up real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot. It's real hot.
What's the company that's doing it again?
Limited Run Games. Yeah,
all right, here we go. The first one that's actually a You're Wrong. Kuchoko says, just an FYI, Astral Chain was indeed demoed at E3. Oh. In the YouTube video there, we just missed it.
Okay, so maybe there was a platinum section?
Probably something. This was not our Nintendo thing, I guess.
Pull this motherfucker up.
That's hot.
So cool. Limited Run, man. Doing
That's
good shit.
Lord of Pwn. Well, actually, one of our PR friends just hit me up. Kyle, a kind of funny best friend, actually, he went into PR. They've got a deal now that can adapt your N64 to HDMI, like in one thing. I know it's not like brand new, but it's like that's been my biggest struggle. Remember when in the old, I brought that N64 back to do Let's Plays back like when we first started, Kind of Funny, and we bought that thing and it worked for 2 days and then it broke, and then I bought another one and it still didn't work, and I was like, fuck this, I'm never doing it again. What?
Yeah, I think that was the issue.
No. It worked outside of that.
Oh, okay.
Do we still have that N64 around here somewhere? Yeah. Great, perfect. Because I'm going to try it with this thing. And if not, I'll buy a new N64.
Barrett, can you go to assets real quick?
Yep.
Lord of Hones gives us this. The beast that's chained to you in Astral Chain is called a Legion. Also, it's been previewed by a few places like Game Explain. It's also constantly getting tweeted about by Nintendo. Well, the constant tweeting doesn't help. I'm just talking about actual previews.
Can you pull that thing up? Look at this, Greg. Look at it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Scroll down. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
This is hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Not a big Shadows of the Empire fan.
Fuck you, Tim.
If it was episode 1 Racer, I'd be in. Episode 1 Racer, one of the
was
best
good.
things to happen from episode 1.
Yeah.
True. No,
you're
100%.
right.
Az gets the final "You're wrong" of the day. He or she writes in and says, "Greg, you're wrong. I was trying on pants as a kid, and I was like, these are fitting weird. And lo and behold, someone had shit their underwear and left them in the pants. So don't do it. It's traumatizing."
To traumatize.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Let's run through hosts for next week. Monday, it's me and Tim. Tuesday, it's me and Andrea. Wednesday, it's me and Gary. Thursday, it's me and Andrea. Friday, it's me and Tim. Plus, the Gamescast, of course, records live Thursday, August 1st, 2 p.m. It's Tim, Greg, and Fran. If you want a brand new Gamescast right now, you should head over to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, where you can get the pre-show, the post-show, the entire Gamescast ad-free with us, Andrea and Davis from the Warp Zone. It'll be free, obviously, Monday morning if you want to wait till then. This has been Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show. Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. Watch it on Twitch, watch it on YouTube, listen to it later. It's on Rooster Teeth. It's pretty much everywhere. Oh, We Have Cool Friends is now on Spotify. Yeah. So please go over there, subscribe to that, follow that, be part of that.
Yeah, seriously, please, if you're listening to this right now, go subscribe to We Have Cool Friends on podcast services anywhere.
We're very proud of it.
Yeah.
Starting to get legs. We're happy about that. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.